Yay, there we go.
Hi. Oh my
Hey,
God. We have 5 viewers already. I'm already nervous.
dude, I'm telling first 5 minutes. After that, it'll be easy, but just gut through this, okay? But Kate, how you doing?
Good. How are you? How's life?
Life's going okay for me personally. Life's going good. I mean, obviously outside in the real world it sucks, but I'm still working. I'm still occupied with things. And yeah, I'm just trying to make the most of it. Are you handling it pretty well?
Yeah, I've stayed home. I mean, can't really do much. That's why
Right,
I did
yeah.
my makeup before this. So I was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all I can do.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll wait maybe for like one more minute, see who else pops in. Um, I mean, they might leave because the comments are turned off, but it is interesting that comments kind of like let people. I understand why people want to comment, but after the last episode, it was just so chaotic. And I do like the aspect of like interacting with people and such. Oh yeah, Kate,
Oh,
can you flip your phone real quick?
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Um,
Sorry.
no, you're good, but I just want to point that out. Wait another minute or so.
Okay.
Well, how about this? What would you say was your favorite guest that you saw for our podcast?
My favorite one. Hmm.
Hmm. Or you're like, wow, it's really cool that Kevin got that person on or whatever.
Uh, Probably, I mean, I can't say I have a favorite. Like everybody, it's just like really interesting how
Okay.
like it's like you know what I mean? Like it's just to see how everyone is after 2 years. Like I think it's really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the whole point. I like I said this in the past, but we just talked about this earlier, like 5 minutes ago before we got on. Teachers would be awesome to have. Like I want Miss Cox from psychology. I want Coach Jamal. That'd be a huge deal. I'm trying to get Jamal on the 50th episode. I think that's a good milestone, and also I think we'll have a big enough fan
Mhm.
base where we can just like DM him and be like, "Yo, Coach Jamal, you need to come on here," because I think everyone would appreciate that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Because it's nice to see how everyone like where everyone is and what they're doing.
right, exactly, yeah. All
Yeah.
right, you know what? We'll jump right into it. Um,
Okay.
so Kate, you're somewhat familiar with the format, but I'll remind you. So usually I ask the question about their early life, middle school, high school, where they're at right now. Occasionally, I'll ask other questions like hobbies and passions, where you see yourself 5 years, what talent or gives you to you. I'm just giving you a rundown. Obviously, we'll break it down when we get there. But
Yeah.
and the word of the year, or the one word of the year you want to fulfill yourself. But starting from the beginning, so I don't overwhelm you. Go into detail of your early life, middle school, high school, and where you're at right now.
Um, High school was fun. I mean,
Hmm.
I enjoyed it a lot. Like I had cheer and I had like really nice teachers like Mr. Himes, Mr. Steele. Like I miss them so much.
Yeah.
And like I just had such good friends. Like I was really happy and it was like a good experience and
Hmm.
I enjoy because like I talked to people like that went to different high schools and I think it was like really crazy to see differences because we were just like really close as like seniors
Yeah.
and kind of like we all knew like everybody. So that was like really cool. And I saw a lot of people from Westview and Miramar. So
Hmm.
that there's that, and
Yeah.
it was nice to see them. And in like kind of like the first 2 years of college, I didn't really like talk to anybody because like I was trying to transfer, so I was like all about school, and
Yeah.
then I just like went to class, left, and that was like the whole like the last 2 years of my life.
Hmm.
And now like I transferred to UCSB, and I'm like so excited because Karen goes there, and I already met so many new friends. Like I already found a roommate, and it's like so exciting.
Right. Yeah. So are you born and raised here?
No, actually,
Okay.
I was like born in the Philippines and I moved here when I was 7.
Oh, okay. Okay. I know you're young, but what is like the Filipino culture like compared to like American culture?
Um, it's like a lot different. I
Okay.
honestly had a culture shock because I didn't know how to speak English. Even though we like taught it there,
Hmm.
I didn't know how to speak English. So
Right.
it took me a while to get used to it. I mean, they would pull me out of class and they would like teach me English. We'd like read and we'd write and that was that. But like Philippines was really fun. It was
Hmm.
like I was always joking around. Like I never did schoolwork or anything like that. I'd
Yeah.
always just play with my friends, and that's all I really remember. Like I don't remember much because I was only 7 years old.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but were you kind of like freaked out leaving the country though to move to the U.S.? Was that kind of overwhelming or not really?
No, not really, because
Okay.
I'm always like I love traveling, like going to Australia, going to like back to the Philippines, going to New Zealand. I'm
Hmm.
hopefully gonna go to Europe. I really want
That's
to go to
cool.
Europe.
Hmm.
So I like for me it was like a new adventure and I like it never bothered me.
Okay, I see. So then did you move like straight to San Diego when you were 7?
Yeah, I've lived
Okay.
here like for like ever since then.
Ever since then. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, where'd you go to middle school then?
Um, Middle school, I went to Mira Mesa. I think it was Page, and then I
Okay.
transferred to Oak Valley.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, middle school was Oak Valley.
Now, was middle school rough being from the Philippines and stuff, not learning English and just having the culture shock, would you
I
say?
mean, I was like that was like third grade. So
Oh, okay.
elementary school, So that was the first like fourth, fifth grade. And
Hmm.
then middle school, I like knew a lot of English.
Okay.
It was just me now, like back then, but
Gotcha. Okay.
so it's normal.
Yeah. Um, running through this. Okay, I guess let's go into detail now, like of high school. How is the transition from middle school to high school, and kind of maybe go over the highlights of freshman year first.
Oh my God, I cried my
Oh,
first day of freshman year. I was so sad because my because I
yeah.
told my mom I was like I want to go to Del Norte, like that's where all my friends are, and then I
Hmm.
ended up going to Westview, and I was so sad. I just like my first day I just cried because I was like
Yeah.
I don't know anyone here, like I'm freaking out. I don't know, like I don't have no friends, and
Right.
it was like a new environment, and it was just it was like freaky for me.
I can relate so much. My dad drove me to school that day, and I was like, Dad, I'm nervous. Like, this is high school. Like, kids get bullied and stuff. And he's like, No, you'll be fine. Like, man up. Come on. And I remember we were in this really nice Audi car, and I'm like, Dad, I don't feel good. I don't think I should go. And he's like, No, you have to go. Like, this is the first day of school. And then I was so nervous that I threw up in his car. Like the nerves got to me so much that I barfed in my dad's nice Audi, and he was like pissed, obviously, but he didn't want to be mad at me like the first day of school. But I had like I had that nervousness, and I threw up. And I remember like walking. Remember we had to walk to the gym, and they had like this whole presentation thing. I
Yeah.
just felt so embarrassed. And I was like shy and stuff because I'm like I
Oh my
just
God, I sat
barfed like
alone
five
during
minutes ago.
that.
I was
Yeah.
so nervous. So I relate not to that level because I threw up, but just the nervousness of it, and changing to like a new environment and stuff. Because
Yeah.
yeah, middle school to high school is definitely a big change. Um,
hmm
so what about sophomore year for you?
Sophomore year,
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun. I definitely had more friends.
Okay.
And I think that's when I started cheer too.
Okay.
So,
And
so
how'd
then
you get
I
into
definitely,
cheer? How'd you get into cheer? Who
I,
motivated you and all that stuff?
um, I think my mom wanted me to do it.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that seems fun. Like I could make friends. And then I did cheer.
Hmm.
It was like basketball season.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it for like the rest of the high school years. So I
Nice. Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Now, did you like your like cheer squad in that community and stuff?
Yeah, I mean there was like a lot of drama, but
Yeah, I would
that's
assume
like with
so.
everything. That's
Yeah.
like everything.
Hmm.
And it was like we had new coaches and stuff. It was kind of crazy, but like the best part of it
Right.
was like the football games. I loved the
Yeah.
football games.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Um, so any other highlights for sophomore year you can talk about?
No, that's basically it.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
like my whole highlight of high school is cheer because I loved cheer. My parents knew it too. They'd be like, "You know what? I like you're like the only one smiling out of all of them," and I was like, "Cause I love it."
Right, yeah. Okay, let's go this route. What kind of teachers did you enjoy in high school? And then actually, let's probably do enjoy. What kind of teachers did you enjoy in high school? How about this? What teacher kind of inspired you to go on the path you wanted to go on? Like, what teacher's like, man, that teacher really kind of elevated me to a point where, yeah, I see that stuff.
Um,
Yeah, elevated to the point where, like, man, I'm so thankful that this person kind of like lifted me to this position I am in now, kind of thing.
I honestly would say Mr. Steele. Like he got me through so many like rough
Okay.
patches, and
Hmm.
he was like always someone you could go to, and he'd just listen to you, and he'd give you advice,
Yeah.
and he was like really nice. Like he was like kind of like a father figure, I'd say.
Yeah.
But then I also loved Mr. Himes. I mean, he loved to bully me, but he was like he was my homeroom teacher. I was with him
Yeah.
for like 4 years, you know. So then we got really close. Prof. Swaney, oh my God, I loved her so much. I took
Hmm.
AP Spanish with her, and
Wow.
it was a whole trip. I like she was one of my favorite teachers, I have to say. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, those were probably like my favorite teachers.
That's nice.
Have
That's cool.
yeah.
I forget. Did you take I don't mean to make this sound weird, but did you take Filipino in high school?
No.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause I like
Okay.
I can I can understand it. I took Spanish though. I can understand
Okay.
it
Oh,
like
yeah.
fluently. And you know when like my mom's talking to me, it's just like that's my childhood. So like it just clicks in my mind.
I see. Okay.
But I didn't take it because I was like I already know how to speak it,
Hmm.
but and I can understand fluently. So I'm sure if I
Yeah.
like lived there for like 2 years, I'd just catch on quickly.
Right, but I heard it was a really fun class. Like, did you hear about that stuff too? How like it was just a really enjoyable class where there's a lot of communal like activities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, for sure. Okay. All right. What about senior year? Was senior a big deal? Was that also kind of like um what do you call it? Like that was kind of like with the package of high school, like overall it was a good experience, or was there any other
Well,
highlights in senior year?
Well, it definitely had to be like the best year because I only had
Right.
like two classes
Yeah, yeah,
and and you know, it was like the whole graduation, like prom, everything was so fun and it was
yeah.
like such a like memorable thing. Like I feel so bad for the seniors this year and they won't
Yeah,
get to
dude.
experience that. Like that sucks because
Yeah.
that's definitely like a milestone in your life. And I think it's just like a bummer that they won't get to experience that.
Right. Well, this is some good ad lib I can go off of. So, have you heard of the YouTube channel Some Good? Right. Well, this is kind of cool that I figured out. Have you heard of the YouTube channel called Some Good News?
No.
So basically, okay, you remember Jim from The Office, John Krasinski?
Yes.
Okay, this is so cool. He made a YouTube channel called Some Good News where he basically has like normal people and normal like home videos and talks about like the good stuff during the Corona times.
Hmm.
He's usually trending on YouTube, but what was really fascinating and cool is for his graduation special, which no one really graduated, but he what he did was I think he took like a survey of like 5 students across United States, and he basically like got them on a Zoom call and talked to them personally. I'm not even kidding. You can look this up on YouTube. John Krasinski, Some Good News, high school graduation or
Hmm.
graduation in general.
Yeah.
But what's really cool about it is while he was talking to these students, they kind of mentioned like their role models and stuff. And Krasinski was always like, "Oh, I want to show you a really special guest." And one of the special guests was like Steven Spielberg and Oprah Winfrey. Like for all these
Hmm.
students, I mean, if you think about it, that's a really crazy cool like concept. Like think about it. I know it
Yeah.
sucks you don't have like graduation, but the fact you can meet like your favorite
Yeah.
celebrity on a Zoom call, like that's gotta be overwhelming. I know
Yeah.
we can't like kind of relate, but like
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw my mom, she's like almost fainted. She's like, "Oh, that's so cool." I'm like, "Yeah, right." Because like people like this, yeah, the seniors, that sucks for them, dude. Like, yeah, they don't get
Yeah.
to experience graduation. Like, do you know anyone personally? Oh shit, my chair fell down.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
actually.
Okay,
My
yeah.
boyfriend's sister, Gabby, she's a senior this year and she's
Okay.
an exchange student. So that's like
Oh,
so much worse for her. You
right,
know,
yeah,
because she's never had like prom. Like they don't have prom in Spain. They don't have like homecoming. They don't have football games. Like they don't have any of that. And
right,
she didn't get to experience any of it. And it's such a bummer. And
yeah.
I feel so like bad for her. But
Do you try to give her like uplifting like messages, like, "Hey, just hang in there." I guess
no,
what can you say to that person? You can't.
at this point, like it's already over, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That sucks, man. Like, yeah, Corona messed up everything, dude.
yeah,
Um, Okay, now we can go in the nitty gritty, if you will. So I remember you when you DM'd us, you said you really want to talk about how you've grown from like high school to college. If you can go into pretty great detail about that, that'd be
yeah.
awesome. And just tell me your journey, honestly. So yeah,
Well,
the
I
floor
didn't
is.
know what I wanted to do in high school, you know? Like
Hmm.
I was like, what am I gonna do? Like what am
Right.
I gonna major in? I was gonna major in political science.
What?
And I was gonna
No.
join the Navy and become a lawyer, and now I'm a communications major,
Okay.
and I'm gonna like I want to take that into like the high fashion industry. I obviously have to build my portfolio, and you have to have like connections
Yep. Yep.
to make it big. But then it's like you have to climb the ladder. Like that's the only thing my parents tell me is that you're not gonna just get to the top by
Right.
you know? So then I was like just kind of surprised like where I am now to where I was 2 years ago because it's like a completely like 180. It's like what was I even thinking? Like
Right.
why was I gonna do political science? Like I don't even like I heard that lawyers have to read like 800 pages a night
Yeah.
or even more and I was like, okay, I don't even like reading.
Hmm.
Like I wouldn't be able to stand that. So then I was like, okay, let me see like communications and then I took some communications classes and then I like grew a passion for it. Like I had a really nice teacher that was from SDSU
Hmm.
and she was like one of the main reasons why I wanted to continue with it. She kind of made like an impact on my life and she was so cool and like when I was taking that class, I realized like something clicked in me and I was like
Right.
this is like what I want to major in.
Mm.
So then honestly, if I like looked back like if I could give myself like one advice, it'd definitely be like keep on the path you're on,
Hmm.
because like it's gonna
Right.
lead you somewhere. Like you make these choices for a reason, and
Yeah.
everything happens for a reason. And honestly, I believe in that so much because like I'm at UCSB now, and I just know I'm gonna have so much fun, and I'm gonna meet so many new people, and it's gonna be fantastic. I'm so excited.
Right. Yeah. Now, was it pretty nerve-wracking, like before you found communications? Like, was that a stressful time? Because before then, that was the whole Navy
Yeah.
conversation, and like,
Well,
was
my
that? Yeah.
Well, my dad's actually like he was in the Navy for 24 years
Okay.
and he has a pretty high position. So then
Hmm.
he wanted me and my sister to kind of join and I think she's going to join like she's in the biology med school route, but then she's also going to join the Navy. It's like a whole process for her, but
Hmm.
I and it was kind of like I wanted to make them proud, I want them to to I didn't want to listen to them, but I also wanted to listen to them to make
Hmm.
them proud, right?
Right. Yeah.
But that was like the only reason why I would do it. Like it's not something I actually would want to do.
Yeah. Did you always feel that kind of pressure of your
Yeah,
parents? You did?
yeah,
Okay.
I did.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't like they would ask my sister like what she wanted to do, and like my sister would tell them, and they would ask me, and I'd be like, I don't know, and they were I guess that always worried them.
Hmm.
Because I was always set to her standards, and her standards are high. Like she graduated a year early from high school, and
Oh, okay.
she went to community for a year, and now she's like a third year at UCSD, and she's gonna graduate at 19. And I'm like,
Wow.
that's like those are pretty like high standards that
Yeah.
I can't be compared to because I'm not her.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's like kind of why I always felt pressured to always just listen to them and do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But then I realized like if I had listened to them, like I wouldn't be where I am now, and I'm like so pumped for UCSB, and I'm so excited. I'm just in just such a good place in my life that I'm really happy. So it's like like I would rather be here.
Hmm.
So that yeah. But now they're not as like pressured. They're just like they're supporting me, and they're actually moving to Hawaii. So
Wow.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Like there's a lot of changes happening,
Hmm.
and it's gonna be insane. Yeah.
So why did you choose that college, or like, can you go into detail about that whole experience?
UCSB.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think I would get any UCSD, but then it turns out I got any UCSD.
Okay.
So then it was honestly such like a big debate about it, like for me
Hmm.
because UCSD has such good minors, but then they're also like more educationally challenging.
Okay. Yeah.
So and my sister goes there, so like we could live together, but I don't think she wants to live with me. But
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
um Uh, I chose UCSB because mostly my friends and like the environment, and I just felt like me and like UCSB like were meant to be.
Hmm.
So it like the vibes I got from that place were just so like positive and like I was so attracted to it that I just wanted to go there.
Right. But now, doesn't it suck because you can't really go next year? You know what I mean? Because like for the whole
Well,
Corona.
It's actually like the good thing about UCSB is they haven't like said it, like they haven't
Oh,
made a statement on it. They're like
okay.
they're just waiting on instructions on what to do. And since they're opening up like the stores now in San Diego and
Hmm.
like the salons and the barber shops and whatever,
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty hopeful. I've stayed hopeful this entire time, you know.
Mm,
So I'm just happy they haven't made a statement that it's gonna go fully online because I would literally cry. Like my first fall semester, like I'd rather be there
right,
than
yeah, no, for sure.
online, you know? And I'm like kind of sick of online. Like I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I understand that. Like, yeah, before this whole Corona thing hit, I'm kind of actually the opposite. I took mostly online classes. I had one geology in lab, and that class sucked. And so when I got transferred to online, I'm like, yes, Quizlet. Like, like now I can actually pass the class because
Yeah.
that class sucked. But for people like you who actually like get energy and get motivated, like going to actual class and like communicating with people,
Yeah.
that and plus that's your whole it's your whole major is communication. So the lack of
Yeah.
communication sucks. I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, what kind of like job offering is there when you like graduate with that kind of, what would you say? Like what job offers are there for that
Yeah,
major?
I did like a whole project on this
Yeah.
and like basically I went on voguebusiness.com and like looked at the entry level jobs and the
Hmm.
like manager positions and they always say like you need like 3 or 5 years of experience and you need like a bachelor's in communications or marketing.
Okay,
So
yeah.
then I don't know if I want to get my master's in marketing. I've been thinking about it, but I do know like that I have started building my portfolio. So if it means like working on advertising for like a small business for free, because I have experience in that. Like I ran this store's Instagram, and I
Mm,
like it's like the whole like I ran it. Like I made the post, I made
right.
everything, like I interacted with customers. So then I did that and I was like, okay, I really like this a lot. So I'm wondering if I can turn it into a job and you totally can.
Hmm.
So so yeah, it's just basically entry level jobs and I have to build my portfolio. But when we get there, we get there.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, like, where would you see yourself in 5 years? Would you still be living in San Diego? Do you think you're gonna like move out? Like, what's kind of the trajectory in like 5 years? Would you say?
5 years? Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know because
Hmm.
I love it here so much, but then I could also see myself living in Hawaii.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know honestly, because if I find a job like for the first 3 months when I get out of college, then that's like kind of sets like the whole like basically my whole life for me, you know?
Hmm.
Because
Right.
right
Yeah.
now I basically couldn't tell because my parents are moving to Hawaii and me and my sister are staying here, and it's like I can't just pick up everything and move there.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be a little bit difficult.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure.
yeah, and there's definitely more job opportunities here in California, I think. But
Hmm.
most of the jobs that I want are in New York or Europe. So I
Ooh.
could also be in New York or Europe,
I don't
I don't
know. I don't
know.
know if New York's a good move these days, but
Yeah.
with the whole Corona
Yeah,
thing,
for
obviously.
sure.
But yeah, that's actually really cool. Can you kind of expand the idea of traveling and like using your gift? Actually, okay, before you answer that, I actually want to ask you that question. Like, what have you think you found is like your talent and gift during this time? Would you say?
Um, I guess like market researching, like
Okay.
seeing what people are attracted to and like what makes them loyal customers and what drives sales up. Like
Hmm.
I've done like a lot of research on this because like for your communications classes, like I need to talk about my like dream job and stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
So then they wanted like the specifics. So yeah, I probably have to get connected. I have to talk to some people and meet new people. Like if I lived in
Hmm.
New York and like connected myself with people from Vogue, that could like lead me
Hmm.
somewhere, or in Europe
Right.
too. And
Yeah.
apparently it's like
Yeah.
it could be cheaper there too. I don't know. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of where like destiny leads you, I guess, if you believe in that, the idea of destiny. Um,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, yeah. Now, kind of expand on because we were talking about this earlier before went on air. Like, you love to travel. Like, where are the
Yeah.
places you've been, and like, where do you want to travel as well?
Right now, just Europe. I want to go to
Okay.
Spain.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
this past March, my boyfriend and I, like my family took him to the Philippines, and he met my whole family, and we've been together for like almost 2 years now. And he met my whole family, and it was so fun. Like we were out on the ocean, we went to like the beaches. It was so fun. So now I kind of like want to go to Europe, and I want to see his culture and like where he's from, like where he grew up.
Mm.
And like
Oh,
I
he's
met,
from Europe? Sorry. Is he
yeah,
from
he's from
Europe?
Spain. Yeah,
Wow.
he's from Spain.
Oh, that's pretty sick. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I already met his family. Like I love his family. Like his siblings are so funny. Like they're so, oh my God, they're the cutest. And his mom, like I love his mom so much. Like him and my mom are like best friends. Like they talk and it's so funny.
Yeah.
And like he's living with us now because like the whole Corona situation.
Hmm.
And I'm so sad. Like I wish I could go to Europe with him, but then like I have to do some stuff for like transferring, and I don't think
Yeah.
I could go this year. So
Right.
hopefully like next year I'll get to go to Spain.
Hmm.
Because like the life there is insane. Like they just go partying 24/7, and
Yeah.
like they oh my God, it's amazing.
Right. So I would assume you go to Barcelona. Is that how they pronounce it, I think? Yeah, we'd probably go to Barcelona, like those places and stuff, like the major
Uh,
cities.
well, he's actually from Bilbao, which is like way north. So
Okay.
it's like we would probably like if I would go with them, I would probably go when they go to like all the way down south to Alicante.
Okay.
And they do like I think a week and a half there with like family friends, and they stay in one hotel, and they'll like party from like 11 p.m. to like 6 a.m.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
that's basically all I want to experience. Like that sounds so much fun to me.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
oh my God, my Spanish is so bad. So I don't even know if I'll be speaking to Spanish to his friends. But I know like last year when he went to vacation there, like he was basically like, "Oh yeah, they only wanted to hear about you." And I was like, "Okay."
That's cool, yeah. So does he live more like, so he lives more inland? Is it kind of like a small town? Like, how does he describe it?
Like, have you ever heard of Bilbao?
I have not, no.
Like the Guggenheim is there. I think there's only two in the world, but
Okay.
and they also like I think they shot like the Game of Thrones there. Like the last season with like the dragons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you're talking about, yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was so epic. He visited there too, but it's like the north, like way north, and he
Okay.
lives in Bilbao.
Hmm.
And I think he doesn't live like in the inner city. Like he lives like in the out, like in like the farmlands, the country. Like he basically lives in the country. And he told
That's,
me
I,
his
like,
house.
yeah.
His house is like an old soccer player's home, which I find so cool. And I'm like, that's insane, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of cool actually because I know you want to go party in the cities, but you have time to chill in the countryside. So you kind of like best
Yeah,
of both worlds because you have the privacy of the
yeah,
countryside and then the fun and the experience when you go like to the cities and stuff.
yeah.
Like what other European countries or cities do you want to travel as well?
I want to go to Rome, Greece,
Okay.
Italy.
Yeah.
Italy sounds
Hmm.
so fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Basically everywhere. Like I want to tour like the whole Europe, you know?
Mm, yeah.
Like it's cheap there. Like, when you could just go like well, okay, not cheap, but when you like budget it correctly and you take trains, and even if it takes like 2 days to get to like, like another country,
Hmm.
I would totally do it. Or like, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the cheapest to go is actually during Thanksgiving because they don't have Thanksgiving in Europe, and so the
Yeah.
flights are super cheap and they don't really care about you. Like, why are you here? You know, like you should be in America. But that's the time to go. And actually, my
Hmm.
sister and my brother-in-law they went to Europe. They went first to Morocco actually, and they thought that was a really cool experience because imagine like Tijuana but on steroids in the sense of like there's like these busy markets and it's just like people like bargaining and stuff and it's like it's just like clustered of people and like
Yeah.
it's just like a different vibe. Although he almost got robbed, my brother-in-law, from like these like
Oh,
street urchin kids, I believe is the term. But other than that, they love Morocco. They got to ride
yeah.
like camels. They got to go snowboarding in sand dunes. Like they brought snowboards, but they go like on these sand dunes through like the Moroccan desert. So that's pretty sick. And then
Yeah.
they went to Spain, to Barcelona, where
Yeah.
they went. I don't know if they have the chapel there, but they have this like beautiful like just
I think,
ginormous
yeah,
church.
Sagrada Familia. I think that's
Yeah,
in Barcelona. Yeah.
and then they said they went to like I remember I showed pictures. They went to like this monastery that was like built into a cliff, and you had to take like a gondola to like the monastery. Talk to your boyfriend about that. I don't know what it's called,
Yeah.
but mention like, hey, is there like a freaking city on a cliffside? That sounds really
Yeah.
cool. And then personally, I think it's overrated. But they went to London. That was like their final
Yeah.
destination. I mean, it's just like America with a British accent and some like old stuff. I mean,
Oh
it's
my God,
just.
I'd love to go to
Oh,
London.
really? Okay, my bad. But
Yeah.
like for me, like if I were to go to Europe, or actually, okay, if I were to broaden like just the world, if I can afford these three places, I'd probably go Auckland, New Zealand. I really want to go
I've been
there.
there. I've been there. Yes.
Really? Oh, I want
I
to go into
love it.
detail of
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
So first is that. Second, I kind of want to go to. I know it's kind of the same thing as Spain, but I kind of want to go to Portugal.
Hmm.
Um, I forget the city there, but I don't know. I have like family connection, like lineage down there, so that'd be kind of cool. And then probably Sicily for my third choice. I heard Sicily's a very
Yeah.
beautiful place as
Italy.
well.
Yes.
Yeah, that general area, the peninsula. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you said something about New Zealand. You've been there? That sounds sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Auckland. That
Yeah,
exact
Auckland.
place. Yeah. It's like so green. It rains a lot. I
Mm-hmm.
went during the summer and
Yeah.
it honestly like their culture is so beautiful. Like they're the kindest people. They're called the Maoris. I
Yeah.
did like a whole project on this in AP Euro, and
Mm-hmm.
I talked about New Zealand because I've been there, you know,
Yeah.
and it's so green. I went to this one place where it was like glowworms,
Okay.
and they're like glowing worms, and it's like
That's
under a
pretty sick.
cave, and it was
Yeah.
like I don't remember much because it was like when I was younger, but like it's really cool there.
Right.
It's
Okay. Yeah.
also what was I gonna say? Oh, and then when I came back to America, I flew in at LAX, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it was so hot. It was so hot. I was like dead. I was like, okay, like this is not the weather in New Zealand, you know?
Right.
It's so cool and it's like raining. It just feels so nice there. And then I also learned to ski there.
That's
That's like the
cool.
place where I learned to ski, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because like New Zealand's kind of like a smaller California. Is that a good way to put it?
No.
Oh, what? I thought they had beaches and mountains and stuff, right?
Yeah, they do, but like it's like so green. Like
Oh, just
you can't even compare. Like
okay.
it's more like I would say it's more like Hawaii, you know? Because in Hawaii it's
Okay.
like everywhere around you is green, but it's like
I
not an
see.
island, you know?
Okay. But don't they
Yeah.
have like legit like mountains and glaciers and stuff like that? Like New Zealand's probably like one of the most unique like places on the world if you think about it because they got
Yeah.
everything. Okay, I'm gonna put you to the test, Kate. Pretend like I'm a traveling couple. I have a couple with me, and we want to go to New Zealand. What are the spots and like what? Yeah, where are the spots and what kind of deals would we do if we were to fly down there and spend like 2 weeks there? Would you say like what's the go to?
I honestly, oh, actually, we visited a place where they shot like Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. I
Oh
don't
yeah
know.
yeah 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 yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, one of those. The glowworms was really cool. Like it was that was that was cool. But I
Hmm.
honestly couldn't even tell you because I was like, how old was I? Like 12? Like I don't remember much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. But you definitely want to go back. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do want to go back.
You want
I
to go
also
back?
want to
Okay,
go to
yeah.
Australia
Because
because like
yeah.
Australia is so like shopping there is so I because I went there too. I went to Sydney and I went shopping there and it was amazing,
Hmm.
beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, Australia has good parts. It's not until you get like, like inland where it's like super dangerous Australia. I
Yeah,
do
it's really
not want to
hot there
go to.
actually.
Yeah,
It's
like I
like
don't want to die
really
in
hot.
Australia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, interesting. Would you want to go to any like have you ever thought of like any specific places in Africa or Asia would you want to go to or not really? It's more Europe.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, well, my dad like lived in Japan for like a long time, you
Hmm.
know. So he was like, I'd want to visit, but I'd never want to live there again.
Right, yeah, probably.
And just Europe, honestly. Like I've never been to Europe, and I
Mm,
really want to go.
yeah.
You
Do
know,
you think you'll ever live there?
maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, let's see. You got any inspirational or funny stories you can bring up, would you say? That's kind of appropriate to this
Um,
conversation or just the idea of growing or being a better person or just, changing your habits or anything on those lines?
yeah, just honestly, it's like what you attract. Like attracts you, kind of.
Okay.
Because, you know, like, UCSB has such good vibes. Like, me and my roommate are literally the same. And I was so scared I would find, like, a weird roommate or, like, someone I didn't get along with.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
was
yeah.
so scared. I was like, please, no. And
Hmm.
then she DM'd me on Instagram. And it's so funny because she lives in Poway.
Oh,
Her
wow.
boyfriend's, yeah, her boyfriend's name is Juan, too, which is the same as mine. And I'm like, what? And
Yeah.
and she went to Poway High School, and it's so like we've never met. It's so crazy. She DM'd me and she was like, "Hey, like I have a room. Like, do you want to be my roommate?"
Hmm.
And I was like, and I looked at her Instagram, and I was like, okay, we kind of have like similar vibes, you know.
Hmm.
And I talked to her more, and I was like, okay, like this would definitely work because she's definitely like someone that I could see like being my best friend, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like basically like what you like attracts you back, and if you like attract success and like a happy life, like you know you'll find it. Oh well, that's what I like to think.
Right.
Cause
No. Makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, cause I mean I didn't want to like I was kind of sad because I was like I miss like the whole like moving in with your roommates like you know after high school. But
Hmm.
I'm honestly like happy I took this route because it's like so much easier.
Oh, no. Yeah, for sure. Um, so before the pandemic, what like hobbies and passions did you enjoy, would you say? Like, what's your go-to
Actually,
stuff?
um always like going out to eat
Okay.
at places and going to like the movies. Oh my God, the movies was like my temple. Like I loved going in the movies and watching new movies. And then I also found a job at a mortgage company, like as an
Interesting.
assistant.
Do you enjoy that job? That sounds really boring. I'm gonna be honest with you. From my
Yeah, like
perspective,
as
is
an
it fun?
assistant.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I haven't talked to her in a while because like this whole thing, and I'm like,
Right.
I
Okay.
don't, I don't want to go out, and I don't want to endanger anyone in my family, especially like
Exactly.
my dad. My mom's like a healthcare worker, and my
Yeah.
dad's you know, he's like a manager for the Navy or whatever,
Hmm.
and it's like I don't want to risk bringing them the corona because they have like really important jobs, so I didn't
Right.
want to risk that. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like I can't go to work. Like I'm sorry, I'm not going to take that risk.
Right. Yeah.
You know? But it was like out of the blue too. And she was like, "Hey, do you want to come work for me?" And I was like, "To do what?"
Yeah. What?
Because I was like, because I babysat for her for like a few times, and
Okay.
she was like, "Are you interested in like making 17 an hour and being my personal assistant?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure."
Hmm.
And you know, I did stuff for her, like I like created like a menu for like an event that they were doing for International Women's Day, and
Yeah.
you know, it was like a whole thing with creating an Eventbrite and buying so like selling tickets
Hmm.
and getting RSVPs, and then like she put me on like she has a Facebook group, and then she put me like as someone who can like manage it, you know. So it was like really interesting and cool.
Right. Yeah. Um. So I you said something about restaurants, and I love to cook. And so, like, what? I assume you go to like downtown for your restaurants. I would assume
Yeah.
downtown.
Actually,
Yeah.
I've been going a lot to like Orange County, like Newport
Okay.
Beach and like that area,
Hmm.
you know. We went to a place called Pueblo, and it's like Spanish tapas. And then my boyfriend was like, "It's nothing like this. It's way better." And I was like, "Yeah, it's kind
Okay.
of rough there, you know, because they had good reviews." And I was like, "Okay, not impressed." But yeah, actually,
Hmm.
have you ever made paella? Have you ever made like paella? If you
Wait. Hold
have,
on. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Is it the Spanish dish where you put like shrimp in it? And it's rice, saffron, or something like that?
yeah,
It's like shrimp and
like yellow
saffron,
rice.
right? Yeah. I think I know.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 It's like it's strictly Spanish, right? It's like an actual like Spaniard like freaking meal, right?
yeah. I think it originated from like the people, like
Yeah.
the Arabs. Like they had some influence in that dish,
Oh.
but no, whatever.
Okay.
You know, yeah, it's known
Okay.
as
I'm
being a
off
Spanish
then. I
dip.
don't know my history then. My bad. Okay.
But yeah, so him and his sister made it, and I
Wow.
was like, oh my God, beautiful, like chef's kiss, like beautiful, like it was
Yeah.
so good, and I was like, okay, I definitely need to go to Spain and try their food,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
So my sister's a baker. She's been baking like nonstop. Like yesterday, she made a log cake
Wow. Okay.
at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I was like, okay.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah. And my roommate texted me and she said she saw my live and yeah, you know. Like me and her are pretty close now. Like I love Summer. Her name's Summer.
Wait, have you met her in person yet?
No, not yet. Because
Wow.
like
Okay.
the whole
Yeah.
quarantine, like, we just
Right.
don't want to risk it. Like,
Yeah.
Corona, like, stay away.
So you just guys
Yeah.
are communicating over like Snapchat and text and all that stuff?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's been working out.
That's interesting that you're kind of like making friends during this time where you can't really like physically interact. You know what I mean? Well, that
Yeah.
plays in part of your freaking major, the communications and stuff. So
hmm
it's good like experience. You think about it really
Yeah.
to
I've made so
communicate.
many
Yeah.
friends. It's insane.
Hmm.
And they're all so nice. Like everyone at UCSB is so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's so fun? I want to kind of poke fun in that. You know, like I feel like everyone says like when they get accepted somewhere, everyone's so nice. But what I'm just curious. Kate, what makes it so nice to you? Would you say? Like, is it
Because
because you?
like no,
Yeah.
I'm in the group chat with like UCSB girls, and
Okay.
like a lot of them have talked to me, and I'm like, oh my God, like the vibes, I love it.
Oh, so they make you feel like welcome is a good way to
Yeah,
put it. Oh, okay. I see. I
yeah.
got you.
And
You're
also
not. Yeah.
Karen goes there, and she's like one of my best friends too, Karen,
Okay.
and she like loves it there, and I'm like, I'm sure I'll love it too, because me and her like we have a lot in common, you
Yeah.
know?
That's good. You're going in with a really positive mind, even though the whole Corona thing. You're hoping
Yeah,
that it'll
like
open up. Yeah.
go away, like I'm not
Exactly. Yeah.
attracting that, like I'm
Right.
staying positive.
Right. Yeah. I kind of want to go back to the restaurants because I got to use up time. um, what? So what? Like, what are your like go two or three restaurants in downtown? And I'll try to remember if I went there as well.
Okay, my downtown.
Hmm.
Have you ever been to a place called Coyote? It's like Mexican food.
No, I've not.
Okay, it's really good. It's in Old Town, and it's so
Okay.
good. Like you have to try it.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
parents showed me that place. It's really good.
Hmm.
Oh, we went to the melting pot, and oh my God, so
Yes.
good. I love the melting pot.
I love the fondue. We got the little
Yeah.
cheeses and like the little chocolate,
Yeah.
the chocolate.
It was a
Best
whole
part.
experience. Like I
Oh
honestly
yeah,
recommend it to anybody. Like if you have
yeah.
an anniversary, like go there. We went for Valentine's Day. It was so romantic.
Oh
I
yeah, for
loved it.
sure. It is really expensive though, but
Yeah.
it is worth the experience.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
say. Yeah, I remember doing that for my sister's 21st birthday. That was really fun. Um,
hmm
and then what would be another restaurant? Would you say in downtown?
Oh my God, we've been to so many. Like I've
Yeah.
lost track. Let's see. What's my like favorite one? Honestly, for breakfast, like I could go to Breakfast Republic like any day. Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like I'm there.
Hmm.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the restaurant called Fogo de Chão? Fogo de Chão?
I'll go to Chow.
Yeah.
Yes, I love. Oh my God, that's like our go-to for what's it, like celebrations, like graduations, whatever. We'll go there.
Yeah.
Their mashed potatoes are so good. Like I could eat like 4 plates of it.
What? Dude, okay,
Yeah.
kind of spoiler alert, but for Richard's episode, my family's culturally Brazilian, but my mom figured out she was adopted and she's actually Colombian. But we love Fogo de Chão because like it has Brazilian food. Like they're known for their meat and stuff and just
hmm
their beans and rice and all the Brazilian like delicacies and stuff. So whenever I go there, we always get the meat. Oh, the meat is it's just out of this world, dude.
I go there
And
for the mashed potatoes, dude.
what? That
Me,
doesn't make any
I go there
sense.
for the mashed potatoes.
What?
They're
I'm like
they're
shocked,
so
genuinely.
good. They're so good. Like I could eat. Like my parents would tell them, like, oh, can you bring like two more because she's gonna eat it.
Wow, mashed potatoes. And what's so
Yeah.
I don't I know, it's just so funny. It's just like I'm trying to think of like Brazilian recipes where they have mashed potatoes. I'm really trying to think because my mom
Yeah.
used to make. Okay, if you really want like so obviously fogo de chão is like the top tier like food, right? Really good food.
Yeah.
If you want more like you know how like Old Town has like really nice restaurants and you go like to a taco shop where it's like cheaper but
hmm
more like kind of like authentic meals.
Yeah.
There's this place called in Encinitas called Sabor da Vida, and basically, okay, how do I describe it? Do you know what a chicken croquette is? Croquette.
Dude, they eat that in Spain all the time.
So yeah,
Yeah.
basically for Brazil they do a little spin on it. I don't know if they do it for the exact same thing for Spain, but you can correct me if I'm wrong or add to it. But they put like the chicken in like this dough, and then they put like breadcrumbs on it, and they deep fry it, and then they serve it to you. I
Yeah.
don't. Did they do that in Spain? Do you
Yeah,
know?
I think so. I mean, I've never had one, but yeah.
Dude, okay. I mean, if you want to dive deeper in like Brazilian food, Sabor da Vida in Encinitas, a really nice
Okay.
area. I would research that. It's everyone speaks
Okay.
Portuguese. Not everyone. Obviously speak English too, but they mainly speak Portuguese. The
Yeah.
food's great. It's not too expensive, but I mean, it's worth trying because I think you and I kind of agree. We probably want to try like all different kind of like foods, like different
Yeah.
cultural foods. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because my other go-to is probably shrimp curry. I love shrimp curry. Like Thai
Mhm.
food, it's just there's just something about it. Like the coconut milk just
Yeah,
adds to it. I don't know, man.
that's true.
Um,
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
I could go on and on about this. Do you want to keep? You want to change to something else or?
I don't care.
Okay,
I'm like trying to think of food, you know.
yeah. What about Okay, so Little Italy. Okay. I probably can shouldn't say this, but I never went there. But is it okay? Have you been to Little Italy? Like just that,
Yeah,
like
all the time.
okay. Is it as good as people say, or is it overrated? Now, and be honest.
Oh, actually, we went to a place called Manello.
Okay.
I remember now.
Yeah.
It's Italian. I don't know. I just wasn't impressed with it. You know, there was like a whole cheese.
No.
There was like a whole cheese wheel, and it was like my mom. I think she ordered that thing, and I was like,
A cheese
okay.
wheel. Wow.
Oh, and then we
Okay.
also went to this like this tiny. I think it's Italian too, and
Hmm.
like the Caesar salad there was whack, and I was like, probably because it's like authentic Italian. You know, like they get their stuff
Yeah.
shipped from Italy,
Yeah.
and they're like Italian there, and I was like, okay, not feeling the salad.
Have you heard of the restaurant? I think it's Juniper and Ivy.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I've never went
Dude,
there.
my for my 20th birthday, my sister and brother-in-law took me there, and it's like it's something about it. Like we got like I think it's called like the seat house or whatever, like some term like that, where basically we got to sit right at like the bartending table, but like where they cook the food right there. So we got like really good seats where we just saw like the cooks actually cook like this super extravagant, exquisite meals. I had like tartar, which is basically like raw meat, but they made it good, obviously.
Hmm.
Like we tried like crazy like stuff. We tried like duck. Like I don't know, like but
Yeah,
like they made it super good, and like obviously it's like really expensive, but that's kind of like another experience like to
yeah.
go to and stuff. Um, there's one more. What's that one? Have you? So I assume you've been to Coronado, right?
Yes, I love
Oh,
Coronado.
Coronado's
My
so
dad works
beautiful.
there.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? Okay, yeah,
yeah.
that's cool. Um, so you know that one restaurant? It's a seafood restaurant. I believe it's on the water. Do you know what I'm referring to?
Oh, actually, me and my boyfriend went there for last year's Valentine's Day. We went to like we stayed at Hotel Del, and
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah,
yeah, he surprised me. Like we went ice skating, and then we went to like this place. It was by the like right next to the beach, like
yeah.
right next to the ice skating.
Hmm.
I forgot the name, but it was like a
Okay.
restaurant,
Was it
and it was
seafood though? Was it seafood?
I don't know. I
Okay.
it could have been both. I'm not sure,
So
but
yeah.
I remember it was like on Hotel Del, and it was like one of those restaurants. Like it was really
Gosh.
close to the beach too.
Wow. Hotel Del is beautiful. Like I never
Yeah.
like I've been in there, but I never like stayed in a room. But like it's something about it's like magical. You know what I mean? Like it is a
Yeah.
very nice building. Like were you had to been like yeah super surprised your boyfriend like booked that right?
Yeah,
Like
I was like,
what?
"Oh my God, this is
That is
insane."
bougie, bro.
It
Like
was
damn.
it
Like
was
come
so
on. The
romantic.
Hotel Del, dude. Are you kidding me? Like damn, dude. It's like my that's like 5 months of my paycheck, bro. Again, but that's what's so cool. You've experienced a lot, and like I feel
Yeah.
like you have like that. Would you say like your bucket list is just to pretty much just your bucket list is probably try everything cool, right, and just travel. That's
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
UK, right? Yeah, exactly. So you
Yeah,
just want to travel everywhere that has like the cool
yeah.
spots and stuff. I
Hmm.
get you now. Okay, yeah. See, that's what's so cool about this. I'm gonna go on a rant. That's why I love because when did we even meet? I don't think we ever like met, right?
Yes, we had a class together. You don't remember?
What class? I really
It
don't.
was
What class?
Mr. Sosnowski's his econ and civics class. Do you remember?
Yeah,
Oh
but
my God.
okay. Here's the problem. I was a bad influence. I was with Kane. Not like Kane's a bad influence, but like I was in the back of class in Christian Teotico, and so we kind of like goofed off during that time.
Yeah.
Who else was in that class?
Audrey, Justin,
Laura? Was Laura
uh,
in that class?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Oh, was oh my God, Nathan. Yeah, Nathan.
Which Nathan?
Nathan, Deweese. Oh my God, I missed him. I miss him. I miss everyone.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, it's coming
Do you
back to
remember
me.
now?
Yeah, yeah. I goofed off in that class, bro. Like the
Yeah.
civics part, I got econ. I was just so stupid, dude. I
hmm
had no idea what I was learning or talking about. I totally BS that in the class. That reminds me, what did you do for the community service actually for that class?
I went to Helen Woodward and I
Oh, that's
participated in
cool.
that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Did you spend what do you call it? Like, okay, what did you do there exactly?
It was like a winter event for like Frosty Farm for the kids or whatever for Christmas, I think. And
Hmm.
it was like just volunteering, like making cookies and stuff like that. That was
Right.
it.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Man, yeah, I got my dog at Helen Woodward. That's just a really good facility. They really take care of their animals and stuff. Like they seem like they really care on like most animal shelters, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a great place. A really nice area too. I think we're doing pretty good on time. Let's see. Oh, what kind of pet peeves or what kind of grinds your gears in life? Like what's been annoying you, would you say?
When people don't listen, like, oh my God, like just stay home, dude. Like I'm trying to have my
Damn. Yeah.
semester at UCSB. I'm trying to I I want to go there, okay? I want to visit. I want to
Yeah.
buy like
Yeah.
UCSB sweatshirts. Like I want to do the whole process, and I can't
Hmm.
do that if no one will stay home. So
Mm,
that's like a huge pet peeve of mine. Just like stay home. It's not
yeah.
hard, you know. Like you have Wi-Fi, you have AC.
Right. I mean, I feel like we opened a can of worms. To eat up time. I'm so mixed on it, dude. Because like I know people personally who had like small businesses and they got freaking
Yeah.
destroyed. So it's like it's like a really complicated issue. You know what I mean? Because like there's like some people who are like I'm gonna admit it. I'm pretty well off currently, so I'm blessed to be in the position I am. Like I'm not. There's no worry about for me. But for other people, it's like, man, dude, like they lost their jobs.
Yeah.
Some of my older friends own businesses. They lost that. So I really do feel like the pain people are going through with that, and it just sucks, man. Because like you know, what I mean? I'm really split
That's
on
why
it.
they. That's why everyone should stay home, so then it'll go away, and we can go back to our jobs.
I mean, yeah, it's debate for another day, but like I don't know, I'm really torn on it.
Yeah.
I mean, because like I really empathize with those people,
Yeah.
because that's their livelihood, right?
hmm
So I just kind of a little rant there just to eat up time, but honestly,
Yeah.
but but yeah, like you said, so listening, for sure,
You know.
yeah. Okay, let's
Mhm.
see. I'm trying to think of something. Do you have any funny stories or anything like that you want to talk about?
I don't know. No.
Okay.
I've been like so focused on transferring.
Yeah.
Like I take classes during the summer, the winter. Like last summer I took three. So,
Okay.
like been trying to stay on track.
No, I do. I don't mean. I don't. Excuse me. I don't mean to sound like discouraging, but how do I say this in a really nice way of putting it? Do you feel like you're going too fast, or do you think
No,
you're going to the
no,
speed
because
you want to
it
go?
feels no, it feels slow.
Or really? Okay. Well, yeah.
I'm
Don't worry
already
about it.
here. Well,
Yeah.
honestly, it does feel kind of fast because I'm like, oh my God, 2018 was 2 years ago. Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy, because like, I posted a tweet with
Hmm.
Jordan and I was like, oh my God, she's my best friend. I love her, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh my God, that was like a year ago. And I was like, what? That felt like 3 months ago, you
Yeah.
know? So for me, it's been like pretty slow. So
Hmm.
that's why I'm like, I don't feel like I'm going fast.
Okay. I see. So you don't. So when that day comes, you're like ready for it, is what you're telling me, huh?
Yeah, I'm ready
Gotcha.
for anything.
Okay, for
Like
sure.
new, because I welcome adventure, I like welcome new stuff.
I see. Got you. Got you. So do you think you might get like a job on campus, being like a management role? Does that ever cross your mind or something along those
Yeah.
lines? It has. Okay.
For the first semester, I don't think I'm gonna get a job because I heard the classes are really hard
Hmm.
and you have to get like a 3.0 and above, and they're
Yeah.
really difficult and they're really like, so I don't think I'm gonna get a job because anything that can distract me is like, no, thank you. Because I'm
I
just like,
see.
because I haven't exactly made it in yet. I still do need to take the like 4 classes because I'm pre-com to be fully com. Like I have to take 4 classes and they're like really difficult. So
Yeah. Um, what? Okay. I'm curious because I took communications. I took communications 135 at Miramar, and that one was like I think that was interpersonal communications.
Yeah, I'm taking that this summer.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is that is that also for Miramar? You're taking that or
Yeah, I'm gonna take it from Miramar.
okay, dude? I had a professor. I feel like I shouldn't call her
Oh, what
out.
was his name? I feel
No, it
like,
was a
oh, it's a
she.
she? Okay, okay.
Wilson.
I think
Wendy
mine's a,
Wilson. I
mine's
think
a
was her name.
he. Okay, mine's a
I don't
he.
want to put her on blast, but but she was a very interesting person. I'll leave it at that. Like she made it fun. Some things I disagree with her with. Some things I sometimes I actually trolled in her class with my speeches. To the point where like I was sacrificing my grade. So I don't recommend that. But I
Yeah.
think what made it fun was the people in the class because that was like the best part is like communicating with your fellow students, right? I mean, the speeches. Oh yeah, I should ask you about that. How are the speeches for you? Would you say?
Oh my God, I totally deserved an A and I got a B.
Okay.
Well, it's because we had like debates and they were like, you came off too strong. And I was like, it's a debate. That's what it's supposed to be. But,
Yeah.
like everyone would read off their cards and whatever, I'd memorize my stuff. I
Hmm.
really feel like I would have gotten an A. I should have,
Right.
but apparently she didn't think so. So, I mean, for
Okay.
me, it's not hard,
Hmm.
you know.
Okay. This is the question for me to eat up time. What can you give me some like the techniques and the mentality you have to go to when you deliver a speech? Like what is your step by step process to deliver an excellent speech and how to be confident, if you will?
Um, Honestly, like the first few speeches, I got like pretty like nervous, like my voice was shaky. But then
Hmm.
like when you like familiarize yourself with the environment and the teacher and the students, like it gets easier. Like and then for me, I just have a like easy time remembering stuff. It's like I'm talking, to somebody and that's how I do
Hmm.
it. Like I'm just talking to one person
Right.
and that's how I remember everything and I'm just like okay, I read something, but I don't like memorize it to like give a presentation. I memorize it to like inform someone, and that
Mm.
makes it easier, you
Right. Yeah.
know.
Now, do you ad lib as well? Kind of like yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, but for the most, yeah, a lot, but for the most part, I think I know what I'm saying because like you have a
Right.
prompt and like what you have to say. So,
Hmm. Do you usually have like some kind of like breathing techniques before? Like what like right before you go on stage, like what is your like thing that calms you down, would you say? The nerves and stuff.
nothing. I'm just like, oh,
You
I'm
just
nervous.
oh, you're one of those people, dude. Dude, I hate you people because like it sounded weird I said like that, but like for me, I get sweaty, my voice cracks, like
Yeah.
I have to like breathe heavily. I feel like I have to play a character. Like I don't want to play myself. I got to play like some bozo like on stage because like for me, I can't just go up there and do it. I have to like pretend I'm someone else. I don't know if it's a good
Yeah.
strategy. Do you think that's a good? I mean, you know, like what do you
I
think?
mean, yeah, whatever works for everyone because everyone's
Okay,
different. Like people have anxiety and they struggle with that, so I
right,
totally understand. But for me, like I'm just an open person. Like I'm fun and
right.
like I welcome everything. Like I'm like just easy, like chill.
That's good. That's for sure. And that's really cool because you need that communication. Because if you're kind of
Hmm.
hard to deal with, then you're not going to go anywhere in life with like communicating with people
Yeah.
and stuff. So that's a really good trait you should have. Okay, so I'll let you. We have the timer's going down. We have like 33 seconds. The good news is like we're literally almost done. We got like 5 minutes left. But I just want to let you know we have 25 seconds left. I hate
Yeah.
that. I hate how Instagram does that, dude. It's like, can I at least have like 70 minutes? I'm not going for a 5 hour marathon. I'm not doing like a sponsorship for like Manscaped or whatever. Like, I just want to have a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
Um, but
Oh
yeah.
my God, no one's gonna watch this. They're gonna be like
Uh,
boring.
well, I mean, if you market it, it might. But and we're gonna count
Yeah.
out in one. Sorry, I should have debriefed you on
It's
that.
okay. It's okay.
It's Instagram's fault. But we're almost done here, so don't worry. Won't have you on
Mhm.
too long. So okay, before I ask you like the last question, anything like you personally want to end on kind of thing?
Honestly, it's really nice to know where everyone is and where they're going.
Yeah.
So, because like I know not everyone talks to each other, so that's nice to
Right, yeah.
see.
I mean
And I
it's
hope everyone's
crazy.
doing
Yeah.
well too.
Right, I know, especially during these times. It's kind of crazy getting like people I'm not too familiar with DMing me and be like, "Yo, Kevin, I think this is really cool. Like, I want really want to come on and
Yeah.
stuff." Like people like I don't. I'm trying to think of like someone you would know that. Well, or like I don't know. It's just like just everyone from high school really. I think everyone really appreciates this. Everyone thinks this is really cool. As I keep saying over and over again, I really want Coach Jamal as my 50th guest. I think that'd be so
Hmm.
sick. I don't know if he would do it because reasons, but
Yeah.
that's kind of like the goal I would say right now. So, but yeah. All right, Kate. we can finally end it now. The stress could be
Okay.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the final question, I always ask my guests this: in like what word we want to be this year, or what have you fulfilled or becoming this year in like one word, if you could describe yourself.
Um, Motivated.
Motivate. Okay.
Like motivation. That was like such a big thing for me because I was like, I don't know where I'm going.
Hmm.
I just hope I go somewhere. And it was like, it was just always being positive and saying everything happens for a reason, like just
Right.
tough it out. So that was
Yeah,
like, that was my number one thing.
for sure. Yeah, and and the way you're on right now, like the track you're on, like it sounds like you're gonna just breeze through college and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, you
I
seriously use
hope
that.
so.
Use motivation as a tool because that will definitely help you in life.
Hmm.
So yeah. All right.
Oh my God,
Woo!
thank you so much for having me.
Dude, I know. Thank you so much for
This is
coming
so
on.
cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, yeah, we'll do all the bio stuff, Instagram, all that jazz. But yeah, again, I appreciate you coming on. Like
Yeah,
you
thank
like you said
you.
too. Like this is really cool for everyone just to reconnect and stuff. And I can't wait to have like even more guests. So
Hmm.
yeah. All right,
Okay.
guys. Catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.